about 10 years old.
We're trying to create a visceral response to these bears, so you're seeing them in a context instead of seeing them in just a grotto where it's just them laying there bored to death. So this is very important for us to show them in a more naturalistic context.
Sara Manetti loves working with grizzly bears and was eager to help John realize his vision of maintaining the wilderness illusion. She is personally responsible for giving these grizzlies the bear necessities. The unique design of the exhibit allows the bears to enjoy a very necessary element to their survival: water. This 20,000-gallon grizzly pool is one of a kind. This giant water tank at the center of the Northern Trail exhibit was built to resemble the rivers and lakes of the Great Northwest. The tank gives visitors a rare glimpse at these giant predators in a natural setting. The 4-inch thick plexiglass is all that separates you from these accomplished predators. This is designed to let you get as close as you'll ever want to get to a grizzly.
I wanted to give visitors an opportunity for a very close-up encounter with bears, a nose-to-nose kind of experience. And it's very difficult to do that in many of these naturalistic exhibits where you're providing big spaces for the animals. And in this case, we've done it by offering the water view, so the bears can come right up to the glass. There's only 4 inches between you and the bear.
Coming up, what extreme measures will a hungry bear go through to get food? Here's a hint: stay out of the water when Ultimate Zoo continues. To give visitors a view of this bear in a naturalistic setting. At the center of the action is the giant water tank, where otters, eagles, and the grizzlies, Denali and Kima, all seem to exist together, enhancing the illusion of an underwater wilderness environment. Consisting of 4 pools and almost 30,000 gallons of water, viewers are afforded the opportunity to see how the rivers and lakes of the Northwest bring wildlife together. But maintaining the wilderness effect has its challenges. Keeping the water tank clean can be difficult, especially during the summer, when the grizzlies spend a good deal of time in the tank shedding their fur, which seems to get into everything. The difficult task of clearing it out rests on the shoulders of Bruce Wally, who monitors the aquatic life support systems that circulate 3,100 gallons of water through the exhibit per minute.
All the systems are on ozone for sanitation and disinfection. This time of year, we're back in the pools at least 3 times a week. The bears are starting to shed. This is 4 days of bear hair. When they're shedding in the summers, they just actually started this last 2 weeks. And daily, we have to clean the pump baskets, sometimes twice a day.
Another problem that arises when dealing with grizzlies is monitoring their fluctuating weight. Bears' appetites modulate with the seasons. Kima and Denali eat more in the summer than they do in the winter. So Sada must constantly monitor their diet and weight to anticipate when they'll need more food. A real challenge with these ferocious predators that become downright dangerous if underfed.
Hey, buddy. Come on. Can you get on the scale for me? Huh? Here we go. Here you go, big guy. What a good boy. What a good... Oh, they both want to come on at the same time. So this right here is Kima. Now that he's comfortably on the scale, check his weight. He's weighing in at 720 pounds today.
The indoor feeding area lets Sada safely monitor the animal's food intake. As the bears chow down, Sada heads out to scatter feed the habitat. In the wild, grizzlies forage from dawn to dusk, so with Sada randomly putting out food for the bears to find throughout the day, this adds to the realism of the exhibit. However, if you don't have the right balance of food, The bears can turn to whatever is on hand.
Every time I enter a bear exhibit, I triple check all my locks. I make sure that I'm safe. I always have a radio on me. And always in the back of my mind, I'm thinking about escape routes and what I would do if a bear actually came into the exhibit with me. Even though they're used to our presence, they still are wild animals. And just because of their sheer size and their sheer strength, any kind of contact can cause some serious damage.
If you want to know what kind of damage Kima and Denali can do, just look at the trout that swim in the bear's pool.
When I took a good look at the trout, one of them had this big hole in its head, and a couple of them were missing their tails, and I realized that the bears were actually trying to pinch these trout, and so I talked to the curator about increasing their diet for the season.
What makes the Grizzlies' little fishing trip even more amazing is that they've been successful without ever seeing another bear fish before, a testament to the realism created by the exhibit. Since a hungry bear can only mean trouble for the zoo, Sala constantly looks for creative ways to feed the bears. One of the Grizzlies' favorites is the enrichment bucket, which is a fancy way of saying bear popsicle. However, don't expect to find this flavor at your local ice cream parlor.
We have a smorgasbord of fruits and vegetables and blood and all sorts of things that the bears would enjoy to eat. It's going to take them hours to consume this, and it's just going to be very engaging for them, keep them occupied. The key to having captive bears is that you need to keep them occupied.
As much as Sada keeps the bears occupied, she can't monitor them all the time. The realism of the wilderness created by the Northern Trail exhibit unwittingly fools some local wild animals into the grizzlies' domain.
Every once in a while, they do have an encounter with some native wildlife, and they win. So recently, we came in here and just found a pile of feathers, and these guys had helped themselves to a duck.
Although the realism of Northern Trail may not be hospitable for wild ducks, 2 wild bald eagles have found the wilderness setting the perfect place to build their nest, which they return to each year, the ultimate testament to the exhibit's success.
The eagles have successfully hatched from eggs laid in those nests by wild eagles. So I think that's perhaps a testimony that we learn as we try to pay tribute to nature. We learn a lot about the possibilities of habitat restoration.
With habitats so realistic they even fool wild animals, it's safe to say John Bierlein's vision is a successful one.
Our goal here at the zoo is to provide them with a very engaging, interactive environment, very similar to what they would find here in the wild.
You really feel that you're in the animal's natural habitat. You really feel like you're encountering the animals on their own terms. I think that as people, we will conserve only what we love, and I think that this is a place where you really can appreciate the great beauty and the adaptability of these magnificent animals, and renew your commitment to conservation.
Through John Bierlein's commitment and vision, the Northern Trail exhibit at Seattle's Woodland Park Zoo has succeeded in creating the ultimate wilderness habitat, so visitors can truly step into the animal's world and earn its place in Ultimate Zoo. Coming up, it's the most daring exhibit ever, as one zoo attempts to recreate the wild in the world's first predator and prey rotation exhibit. In the rainforests of Indonesia, a Sumatran tiger stalks the underbrush, lured by the scent of fresh meat. Upstream, the tapir freezes. A predator is near, but where? In the wild, the battle for survival plays daily. Here, prey animals rely on their senses to alert them of a predator's approach, and the attention to even the faintest scent or sound could mean the difference between life and death. So how would a zoo recreate that same sensory stimulation of predator versus prey in an exhibit without a deadly confrontation? For most zoos, the answer was that it couldn't be done. Then, the Louisville Zoo devised an exhibit that would trigger these instinctual senses. It was the world's first predator and prey rotation exhibit. and the result would be the